Finn wasn't born with fear. It was as foreign to him as the taste of moonbeams or the language of ghosts. He climbed the cliffs overlooking the churning sea with the same nonchalance others used to climb hay bales. He wandered into the whispering woods, where skeletal branches clawed at the twilight sky, and emerged with a bouquet of wild flowers for his mother, unconcerned by the tales of wailing phantoms. This absence of fear worried the villagers. They marveled at his audacity, whispered about his unnatural indifference, and crossed themselves when he walked by. Finn, oblivious, felt only a hollow curiosity. The villagers spoke of fear as a monstrous beast, a creature to be conquered. He yearned to meet this beast, to understand what they all seemed so terrified of. His grandfather, a weathered man with eyes that held the memory of forgotten storms, noticed Finn's growing restlessness. Fear, Finn. The old man rasped one night as the fire cast flickering shadows on the walls, is a compass guiding us from the precipice. Without it, a hero is but a sleepwalker teetering on the edge of a cliff. Finn's gaze settled on the dancing flames, but what is fear truly? I face every challenge, yet feel nothing. Is it a tremor, a chill, a whisper in the dark? The old man chuckled, a sound like wind rustling through dead leaves. Then perhaps you must seek it out, my boy. Go, experience the things that curdle the blood of others, and see if you can find this elusive fear. And so began Finn's odyssey into the heart of terror. He ventured into the bog of the howling dead, where gnarled trees wept black sap and the air hung thick with the stench of decay. He spent a moonless night in the crumbling ruins of Blackwood Manor, where shadows danced with unseen life and whispers slithered through the broken windows. Yet, Finn felt nothing. No tremor ran down his spine, no chill touched his skin. His exploits became legend. He wrestled a banshee for its bone flute, winning a haunting melody as his prize. He stole a shroud from a restless spirit, returning it only after a tense game of riddles spoken in the language of the grave. His name echoed through the taverns and marketplaces, a terrifying whisper Finn, the boy who defied fear. Yet a hollowness gnawed at him. He conquered, he challenged, but there was no victory dance in his heart, no thrill of triumph. He was a lone traveller in a landscape devoid of colour, a lone wolf with no pack to howl with. One night, he found himself at the crossroads of three paths, each leading to a place rumoured to hold the essence of fear. The left path led to the skeletal castle of the Bone King, a being who gambled with men's souls. The centre path led to the Whispering Caves, where echoes of 1,000 screams resonated in the darkness. The right path led to the Crone's Crossroads, where 3 hags brewed potions that could shatter a man's sanity. Finn closed his eyes, the weight of the unknown pressing down on him. He took a step forward, and then another, drawn not by fear, but by a strange, unsettling curiosity. The path he chose led him through a dense forest, where the air hung heavy with the stench of rotting leaves and unseen things scrabbled in the undergrowth. The trees, gnarled and twisted, seemed to reach out with skeletal fingers, clawing at his cloak. Suddenly, a guttural roar shattered the silence. A monstrous wolf emerged from the shadows, its eyes glowing like embers, its fangs dripping with a viscous slime. Finn drew his sword, his heart drumming a steady rhythm against his ribs. For the first time, a flicker of something cold and unfamiliar danced in his gut. The wolf lunged, a blur of teeth and claws. Finn parried the attack, the clash of steel echoing through the desolate forest. He fought with a practiced ferocity, his muscles screaming in protest. But for all his skill, the wolf was relentless, its ferocity fueled by an unseen hunger. As the fight raged, the unfamiliar feeling in Finn's gut intensified. It was a cold, clammy hand squeezing his heart, a voice whispering doubts in his ear. It wasn't the fear he expected, a monstrous beast to conquer. It was a quiet terror, a chilling awareness of vulnerability. He stumbled back, the wolf's hot breath washing over him. Just as the beast lunged for the final strike, a blinding light erupted from behind him. A figure, shrouded in white, materialized from the shadows, its face obscured by a shimmering veil. The wolf whimpered and retreated into the darkness. The figure lowered its hood, revealing the face of Alara, Finn's childhood sweetheart. Her eyes, usually sparkling with warmth, were now clouded with a fear far deeper than any Finn had ever witnessed. Relief washed over him, so intense it almost mimicked fear itself. He sank to his knees, the weight of the encounter pressing down on him. "Elara," he rasped, his voice hoarse. "What are you doing here?" She reached out, her touch sending a spark of warmth through the chilling grip of his newfound fear. "I followed you, Finn. I couldn't bear the thought of losing you to this. Darkness you chase." Shame burned in his chest. He had been so focused on finding fear, he hadn't noticed the worry etched on Elara's face, the fear for his safety that mirrored his own newfound understanding. I thought fear was something to conquer," he admitted, his voice barely a whisper. Elara shook her head, a flicker of sadness crossing her features. "Fear is not a beast to slay, Finn. It's a warning bell, a compass that steers you clear of danger. The fear I felt for you. It's a part of love, a recognition of what we stand to lose." They sat in silence for a while, the echo of the encounter with the wolf hanging heavy in the air. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, Elara rose, offering him a hand. "Let's go home, Finn," she said, her voice gentle. "There are adventures to be had, challenges to face, but face them with the knowledge that fear is not a weakness, but a strength." Finn took her hand, the chill finally starting to recede. He understood now. Fear wasn't the absence of courage, but a part of it. It was the tremor in his hands holding his sword, the voice whispering caution in the face of danger. It was the love in Elara's eyes, a constant reminder of the preciousness of life. As they walked out of the forest, the sun rising like a golden promise on the horizon, Finn knew his journey had just begun. He would continue to seek adventure, but with a newfound respect for the compass of fear guiding him and the love that made life worth living.